Hi everyone, I'm Michelle Kelly. Welcome to Be in the Change. I'm going to get started by reciting my inspiration. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, which most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be gorgeous, brilliant, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we shine our own light, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. Marianne Williamson. You guys, I want to tell you about this, my inspiration that I recite every week. I got that at a Christmas party a couple years ago, and it took a couple of years to realize what that meant for me. And it touched me in such a way that it helped me get started to be able to speak out loud. So I started this as my New Year's resolution, stating out loud that I was breaking up with fear, I was breaking up with shame, and I was breaking up with guilt, followed by a weekly video every week for an entire year for my New Year's resolution, which it is almost the end of year 4. So I've been doing this for almost 4 years. I had 1 week out of all of those 4 years that I played a rerun because I could not do it the 1 week. I was so sick. So I just played a rerun. But I was able to do this every single week for the past 4 years. And 2020 was to be kinder and more compassionate to myself and others, which these are not easy tasks to do, by the way. And I've been working on that, especially with myself first. And then 2021 was to break up with processed sugar, which I knew I had a massive sugar addiction, but I didn't know. I thought I would just stop eating like sweets and candies and I would be good. And it wasn't the case for me. So I had to end up in FAA, which is Food Addicts Anonymous. And I've been working on being abstinent from sugar, flour, wheat, and caffeine. And it's almost 7 months of that. Thanksgiving was my first Thanksgiving of abstinence. So I brought my own dinner to my son's house. And then 2022 is to attach an income to what it is that I do, which I have still not been able to put money to what it is that I do. And somebody was telling me there's this program called Under Earners Anonymous, which I've been an under earner my whole life. So anyway, I haven't gone there yet because I feel like I can't handle that right now, but it's not even the money. Like, I know my value and I know my worth. However, I haven't been able to figure out what my job is. And I know what it is by learning by what it's not first. So I said I was going to attach money to what it is that I do by the end of the year, and it is December 1st, and it hasn't happened yet. So I'm praying to God. I'm doing the best that I can. I've been seeking things out to try to do this, but I've been doing things that I love, that bring me joy and make me happy. And I've been working for the past 3 years, even though I haven't been in a physical job, like outside of my house, I've been able to work out of my house in my pajamas, filling my spirit up so I can give it to others. But I had to fill my own spirit first. And I think my soul was really, really tired from being ignored and being denied by me. And what happened is things started to come out in my body, and it kept getting louder and louder until I had to listen to it. It got so loud I couldn't physically stand up. And that's what I did for a job. I was a hair colorist, so I would stand on my feet all day, and I could not do that anymore. And it was thanks to a car accident that gave me permission not to have to do that anymore, because I could not get myself out of it. And I truly, truly believe that God does for us what we cannot do for ourselves. And it was time for me to come out of that position. And the only way to get me out of it was to take me out of it, because I couldn't do it. And I needed to. So it was done for me. So things come out in my body, and they're still coming out all these years later. I'm 51 years old, and I've been telling you guys that I've actually been able to acknowledge that I've had depression my whole life. I kept pretending like it wasn't there, because I would just keep going and ignore it. But eventually that too got bigger, and I'm now on my second antidepressant on purpose, because I have depression, and I've told the doctors I know that I have this and all my symptoms line up, but I'm getting depressed on my antidepressant. And it started the day after Thanksgiving. The day after Thanksgiving, I felt like I had an emotional hangover, because I don't drink, I don't do drugs. I do take pain medication, because I'm still not better yet. I'm in this massive flare-up, and they haven't been able to figure out what's wrong with me yet. But I don't intentionally get high. I don't eat sugar, flour, wheat, or caffeine. And the next day, I just felt like I had an emotional hangover. And on Saturday, I could feel my depression come back. My eyes started to like throb, and they're throbbing now, and it just hurts, and I'm just tired. But I don't feel like doom and gloom. Like, my attitude is good, but my body is just so tired. And I feel like, how can I be so tired? Because I don't have a job. But I do have a job, and I have been working, but it's just not in the traditional sense. And I was volunteering. I got to teach some line dance classes. I volunteer in my 12-step recovery program, so I'm in 3 of them, and I volunteer in all 3. I'm active and volunteer in all 3 of them. I did a workshop. I told you guys the Great American Speak Out, and I didn't get chosen, which is okay. But I did get to do a workshop on Zoom where I got to be a person who inflicted joy and fun during this workshop, because I've been on many workshops on Zoom where people have all this wonderful information to give, except for in all of the Zoom events that I've been in, they've given out this wonderful information. However, there's no breaks, there's no pauses, there's no fun, and there's no joy. And that's what I got to do. And I was saying, when I was little, I loved Julie, the cruise director from the Love Boat. She always wanted to make sure that everybody was having a great time and was in charge of the activities. And that's what I got to do on Zoom. And it was wonderful. I was like the host. I put the breaks in, we put music in, we did laughter yoga, and it was fun. And all the information, I absorbed all the information. I wasn't like, God, like I left the building, and being present, staying present is really one of the hardest jobs for me. And I think for a lot of people, our attention span is not that long. And then we think we have to cram more in a shorter amount of time, which is not true. What we need to inflect our breaks, our fun, our joys, pauses, and music. And you don't have to do it in 10 seconds or less, which is what we keep being taught. Sooner, faster, quicker, and shove it down people's throat and manipulate them and get them to make a decision right away, or you're going to lose them. And these are all things that they made me physically sick, and they came out in my body, and they're still coming out in my body. And so I have depression on top of being on depression medication. And the other day, because I hear from God, and you know, if I ever told people this, I used to think they're going to think I'm crazy. And I'm okay with you thinking that I'm crazy. But I heard, rest, my child, the other day. And that's what I'm trying to listen to. So I want to leave you guys with one thing, and it's about taking care of ourselves. Because I used to think that I either had to take care of you or take care of me. One or the other. Like I couldn't do both. I didn't know how to do both. I didn't know I could. So I volunteer for this program. It's called Sync Recovery, and it's SYNC recovery.org. And they provide events for anybody who's been affected by substance abuse disorder, which is the entire world, by the way. And we go hiking, they have activities. They were at Monco Community College the other day, and they were having an event between 10 and 2. And they asked me if I could volunteer. And I said, first I said no, because I go to a meeting on Zoom every day from 9 to 10 during the week, Monday through Friday. So I go to this meeting every day from 9 to 10. And then it was on a Tuesday. And then I go line dancing from 1 to 2 on Tuesday. So I said, no, I can't do it. And then I thought about it, and I thought I could come between 10:15 and 12:15. Like I could help them, and I could still get to my things. So that's what I did. I was able to do my things and help for 2 hours instead of 4 hours. Instead of saying, yes, I'm available, or no, I'm not available, which is what I was used to doing. So I've learned I can do both. And I wasn't pissed off that I missed my stuff to come help them. Because a lot of times if I came to help and one thing went wrong, I'd be like, God damn it, you knew what I was doing for you. I missed my meeting for this, or I missed my line dancing for this. And I didn't miss any of my stuff for that. And I got to do both. So I'm learning how to take care of myself and still help other people. And there is a way to do both, instead of all one way or all the other way. And it has only taken me 33 years of being sober, which is, I'm going to be 33 years the day after Christmas. Almost 10 years in ACA, Adult Children of Alcoholics and Dysfunctional Families, and 6 months in FAA. So I am still learning how to do this. And this is hard and it's not easy, but if I can do it, you can do it. So thanks to everyone for watching. Please stay tuned, stay safe, and I will see you all next week. And I am gonna rest in my depression.